The determination of whether a conduit is considered a dry, damp, or wet location is guided by Article 100 of the National Electrical Code, or NEC. Despite being installed below grade, a conduit is not automatically classified as a wet location. The critical factor is whether water accumulates within the conduit. If the conduit is designed and installed to prevent water accumulation, it is considered a dry location. Regarding running control wires in the same conduit as power transmission lines, the NEC permits this practice under specific conditions. Article 334.30 of the NEC is relevant here, as it allows control wires to be run in the same conduit as power cables, irrespective of voltage levels. However, it is essential to consider directing factors based on the number of conductors in the conduit and the insulation type of the wires to ensure compliance with the NEC. When considering running separate circuits to a shed adjacent to the generator, it is generally recommended to keep the wiring for these circuits separate from the high amperage return power from the generator. The rationale behind this separation is to prevent potential interference and ensure the safety and integrity of the low amperage circuits. Utilizing the 1/2-inch conduit for these separate circuits is a viable option. Addressing the use of shared neutral wires, it is generally recommended to provide dedicated neutral wires for each circuit, even when the circuits are on the same phase. This practice minimizes the risk of overloading the neutral conductors and helps reduce voltage drop, contributing to a more stable and reliable electrical system. A shared neutral is typically employed when circuits are on different phases, allowing the neutral conductor to carry the imbalance of current between the phases. However, in the scenario of two 20-amp circuits serving the shed, if these circuits are on the same phase, they could technically share a neutral wire. It is best practice to install dedicated neutrals for each circuit. This is to ensure that each circuit has its own return path and to prevent any potential issues with current imbalances or overloading of the neutral conductor. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local electrical codes for specific requirements and guidance on wiring practices. The NEC serves as the definitive resource for safe and compliant electrical installations. The NEC defines a dry location as a location not normally subject to dampness or wetness. A damp location is defined as a location subject to moderate degrees of moisture. A wet location is defined as a location subject to saturation with water or other liquids. When installing wiring in a conduit, it is important to use conductors that are suitable for the environment. THHN and THWN conductors are both commonly used in conduit installations. THHN is a thermoplastic high heat resistant nylon covered conductor. THWN is a thermoplastic heat and water resistant nylon covered conductor. THWN conductors are suitable for use in wet locations, while THHN conductors are not. When running multiple conductors in a conduit, it is important to consider the ampacity of the conductors. The ampacity of a conductor is the maximum amount of current that it can safely carry. The NEC provides tables that list the ampacity of conductors based on their size, insulation type, and temperature rating. It is also important to consider the directing factors that may apply when running multiple conductors in a conduit. Directing factors are used to reduce the ampacity of conductors to account for the heat generated by the conductors. The NEC provides tables that list directing factors based on the number of conductors in a conduit. When running control wires in the same conduit as power conductors, it is important to ensure that the control wires are properly insulated. The insulation on the control wire should be rated for the voltage of the power conductors. It is also important to ensure that the control wires are properly protected from physical damage. The control wires should be installed in a conduit or other raceway. When running separate circuits to a shed, it is important to ensure that each circuit has its own dedicated neutral conductor. This will help to prevent overloading of the neutral conductor and reduce the risk of voltage drop. It is also important to ensure that the circuits are properly grounded. Grounding helps to protect people from electric shock. A shared neutral is a neutral conductor that is shared by two or more circuits. Shared neutrals are permitted in some cases, but they are not always the best option. When using a shared neutral, it is important to ensure that the neutral conductor is large enough to carry the combined current of all of the circuits that it serves. It is also important to ensure that the circuits are properly balanced. Balanced circuits are circuits that have approximately the same amount of current flowing through them. If the circuits are not balanced, the neutral conductor can become overloaded. Always consult with a qualified electrician before installing any electrical wiring. The electrician can help you to ensure that the wiring is installed safely and in accordance with all applicable codes. When installing electrical wiring, it is important to follow all safety precautions. Always turn off the power before working on any electrical wiring. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses. Never work on electrical wiring if you are wet or standing in water. If you are not comfortable working on electrical wiring, hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. In practical terms, the following points are important to remember when installing electrical wiring in conduit to a generator. Firstly, understand the environment. Even if the conduit is underground, if it's properly sealed to prevent water ingress, it's considered a dry location. Secondly, mixing voltages is permitted, but with caveats. While you can run low voltage control wires with high voltage power wires, ensure proper insulation and consider dating. Thirdly, separate high and low amperage circuits. Run your low amperage shed circuit separately from the generator's high amperage return. Fourthly, dedicated neutrals are preferable. Use dedicated neutral wires for each circuit to avoid overloading. Fifthly, shared neutrals are for different phases. Only share a neutral if the circuits are on different phases. If on the same phase, dedicated neutrals are better. Sixthly, always consult the NEC. The NEC is the authority on safe electrical installations. Seventhly, conductor suitability is paramount. Use THWM wire for wet locations and consider THHN for dry locations. Eighthly, ampacity and dating are crucial. Calculate ampacity based on wire size and apply dating factors for multiple conductors and conduit. Ninthly, grounding is essential for safety. Ensure all circuits are properly grounded to protect against electric shock. Tenthly, professional consultation is advised. If unsure, consult a qualified electrician for safe and compliant wire. In summary, safety and code compliance should always be the top priorities when working with electrical wiring.